Hey everybody, I'd like to talk a little bit today about art and how we express ourselves through art as human beings. Art can be a channel for many things. It can be a channel for one's spiritual development and how we relate to who we can be. It can be a channel for the anger that we feel in spite of all the joy. In the middle of all the joy, we have these little angry moments. It can be an expression of happiness for what we've accomplished and who we are and just the experience of the moment. It can express every single emotion that we have and express it down to every little detail. Every little detail we put into art can be an expression of what we feel in every little detail within ourselves. And every little aspect of the things that go on in our head, we can express this through art. And it doesn't really matter what kind of art. There's drawing, painting, calligraphy, and charcoal work, and printing press, things like that. But really, even how we relate to ourselves is art. We have this inner narrative. Every time we consider ourselves at a point in our lives where we need to create this story for ourselves about ourselves in order to understand. We are creating art. We don't always see ourselves completely for who we are and what we are in reality. We decide who we are in our heads and then create this narrative relative to reality, but it's not always reality. And actually, it's rarely reality. We create these stories about ourselves, who we are, and why we do what we do, how we do what we do, and why we did what we did. And we express ourselves based on those narratives. We play into this story that we've created for ourselves. We play into these quests that we set ourselves on, and rarely is it purely the product of reality. It's really the product of how we see ourselves, because a lot of the time most people decide to see themselves as better than they are because it's easier to see ourselves as the best or the worst. But the ideal of the best or the worst in our own understanding. Some people like to see themselves as the bad guy because the bad guy is just cool in their mind. And a lot of people, most people, like to see themselves as the good guy in some way. Even if you're doing bad things, a lot of people like to believe that they're good because of the reason that they're doing them or what the product will be. But really, we have to focus on action. Why are we doing what we are doing? Why, for instance, in art, why are we taking this stroke? Why are we drawing this? Why are we taking this direction in this piece? Just to be microcosmic. And to take it further, why are we painting this in the first place? Why are we living as who we are now in the way we have decided to live? Why? What are we doing here as individuals? What are we doing here? Everybody has to ask themselves, and no one can give you the narrative. You have to decide what the description of yourself is. And its correlation with art is precise. It's accurate as well. And really, we have to create our own masterpieces out of the material that is ourselves before we can create anything worthwhile that can be related to by other people. And really, that's all I got to say. It's just a random idea I had that popped in my head. But thanks everybody for listening, and please like, subscribe, and check in, because I would love to have more people that view these things, just these thoughts that I have, comment so that we can start a dialogue, anything like that. And thank you for watching.